Hello everyone and welcome to the One Stop Co-op Shop. This is Colin and today we are going to start Quest 7 of Act 2 The Darkness Falls. Now if you're still here with me, first of all I appreciate you. Second of all, I hope you're ready for a long quest. This is not going to be short. So be ready to sit back, relax, get a cup of coffee, be ready to see some mistakes, but also see some fun hammering of some enemies, hopefully. Or hammering of me, because I have a feeling this is probably going to be one of the hardest purple enemies yet. At least I'm hoping so. We'll see how it goes. Without further ado, let's go ahead and set up. Quest 7, The Temple of Doom. Finally, the entrance to the temple, a pyramid of fear, the dominion of the nameless evil, lies within reach. Just before stepping through the threshold, all the soul gems light up and each hero has a vision of his god appearing as an ethereal presence, silent and grave, the divine avatars. Each avatar bestows items to the heroes he communicates with, holy gifts of eminent battle. Then the vision fades as the gods nod in benevolent farewell. Marcus witnesses this scene, then kneels down and prays. Then to the cleric utters solemn words. The gods are with us. Beyond that door you will find your freedom and the salvation of the Talon Coast. We are not alone at the end of this journey. Holy gods, please be our guides, before and after this last endeavor. We are your soldiers serving the light, forever fighting brave and proud. With these words, and bathed in the benevolent light of the three, the heroes step into the darkness of the Temple of Doom. You can see in our enemy deck we have 4 skeletons. I hate those skeletons. Our event deck is set up like so. We have story event 1, 2, and 3 out there. For the enemies, all non-undead enemies also count as undead and ignore poison and bleeding. Enemy power deck. The enemy power deck we need to remove regeneration, follower, arcane spines, and swiftness. I've done all of that. And then at the beginning of this quest, each hero can visit the Emporium to acquire any Emporium cards for free, excluding bounties and Hollywood armor. And I'm not playing with Hollywood armor. Up to his maximum inventory capacity. And then you can use each non-tavern building for free. So that means we can remove all of our breaks in our armor. Thank goodness. We had 3 in total, I think. Day, we have no additional effects. Night, we do need to read paragraph 7.27. And then we fail if the last event card is discarded or all heroes become ghost souls. You know this is not going to be an easy quest when you get Emporium cards for absolute free. We have story event 2 here, 3 there, and 1 there. We start over here, and we've got a bunch of spawn points. I did forget to read this, but we're going to ignore the spawn effects of all events, so it's kind of interesting. I wonder what we're going to do in those spawn points. Yeah, then we're ready to start. Our free Emporium cards, Thorgar is going to grab the Holy Water and the Polymorph Elixir. We're also going to get rid of all of these breaks for free. We then have the Elixir of Strength, Bandages, and a Healing Elixir for Icarus. Icarus is going to drop the glass vial. I don't see myself using it, so I'm not going to keep it. And then for Ariel, she's going to grab Bandages, the Sunstrike again, and the Haste Potion. This is going to be fun. We've got lots of tools we can use. Let's start it. Icarus will start the party by taking 1 step into here. He'll take that 1 point of damage because this is rough terrain. Then he's going to spend his second movement to move here. Let's read waypoint token 1. Torches light the marble room, casting cruel, twisting shadows. The heroes can feel the danger increasing at every step. Unless saved, the active hero must draw and apply a trap card in this area, and then we're going to remove waypoint 1. We know Icarus is the best at saving, so we'll roll, and he saves. No traps. I love it. I really messed up this room the first time I encountered it. There's a wall here, and a wall here. So we can't just move directly into here. Fortunately, we have a total of 5 movement, so we can still move, because we only move 3, 4, 5, and go to story event 1. Finally, the heroes reach a large area dominated by a circle ornament on the floor, surrounded by runes and several strange obelisks. After a moment, an unnatural voice speaks from the darkness.
Ye intruders, beware! A crushing death and endless grief awaits you.
A creature emerges before the party. The undead creature floats in mid-air within a living tunic made of dark shadows. Bone protrusions grow from its black like grime wings, and its skeletal countenance is the very face of evil. In a blink, its empty orbits flare with malevolent fire, and aiming a dragon bone staff, the Death Lord and its guards issue a mortal challenge to the heroes. Place the Story Event 1 card revealed side on top of the event deck. place the purple Undead Lord ethereal form in location A. Then we need to spawn the green Death Knight. If there are more than 3 heroes, no, there's only 3. When a Death Knight dies, remove from the quest. If there's a hero with the Lysanthropy, yes, go to 7.3.
I can feel the power within you. Do you really think it can make you strong enough to defeat me?
If so, be brave and challenge me. Come and attack me if you dare, fool. I'm the eternal evil. Pain and sorrow are my arms. The black shadow that obscures the world is my gate. No one can defeat me. Assign the Menace token 2 to the hero with the Lysanthropy card, so that would be Thorgar. And then we're going to resume play until the purple Undead Lord dies. Then go to 7.6. Here we have the Undead Lord ethereal form. We need to look at his continuous. If any hero moves into its area unless saved, that hero must move 1 area away and becomes exhausted. And then Mana Charge. At the beginning of any of its activations, roll 3 blue dice. It gains 1 for each lightning bolt roll. This enemy can store up to 4 of the charges. Okay, that's good to know. Does that mean it starts with 4? I actually don't know, because X... Normally they start with full charges. I don't actually think he does. I think he'll start with just 1? I don't know. I'm going to try and look that one up, but we'll start him with 1. That also means I really need to track this, so I'm going to keep this on his board. Do note that he is flying, so that means we cannot KO him. And because of the way that we're playing, he gains 1 power card, but this card at the beginning of the time phase, we will change this to something else. So he has a level 2 life drain. If this enemy deals damage with any of its weapons, it heals 4 HP. And he actually only starts with 26 health. So you know this is not going to be the end. Now, we've got story events. Yeah. So I want to take him out, but I don't want to waste all of my resources. I am going to track his health with my Lord of the Rings threat tracker. Just so you can see this beauty of a mini. I know I need to kill him, but he looks totally awesome. We do also have our Death Knight. He's green, and he's going to come with 1 power, but we're going to add 1 to it. Oh, he's vigorous, so he's going to have +5 health. And he has a glacial weapon. All attacks inflict +1, and unless save, he's going to stun the heroes. Yeah, we need to take him out ASAP. He's going to be brutal. We'll roll to see where he spawns, and he spawns in the shield location. We've used a total of 4 movement. Let's use our 5th and run away from the Undead Lord. Oh, let's go ahead and attack this green Death Knight first. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 5 soul shards to power up my blade. That means we have 5 automatic successes. Then we're going to use our aggressive stance to get 2 more, and then we're going to focus to get 1 more. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8 total successes. But we are attacking someone that is resistant to non-blunt attacks, so we'll lose those 2. We will then get to roll 1 blue and 2 red dice. And we've only used 1 action so far, so let's roll these up. Okay, that's a gremlin. We're hitting that green Death Knight for 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus 2 more because of the lightning bolt, 10, 11. 11 damage. Now, here's the thing. He's got 2 magic armor. So that's going to negate these 2. Then he has 2 regular armor. That's going to negate these 2. Then we hit him for a total of 5 damage. And you know what? I almost forgot about the lightning bolt. It's actually 7 damage. He still has 11 health left, you guys, because he has his +5 from Vigorous. We then get to attack the Death Knight a second time with our Accurate Strike. We're a level 6, so we have 6 automatic successes, +2 from the aggressive stance, -2 though, because he is resistant to non-blunt attacks. We're going to roll 2 red and 1 blue. We didn't get a lightning bolt. Bummer. We did, though, hit him for a lot of damage here. He only has 2 armor this time, so we'll just remove these 2. We hit him for 2, 4, 6, 7 more damage. 7 plus the 7 that's on him, that's 14 total damage. For our final action, let's use some throwing hammers. And we get, oh man, we almost took him out. 1 hit here. A lightning bolt, because we are faith, can be not faith, we're strength, can be another hit. So we just hit him for 1, 2, 3 more points of damage. I'm realizing he has 2 armor, so we weren't going to be able to do much to him anyways. We only hit him for 1 more point of damage. That will put him at 15 total damage out of 18. That'll end Icarus's activation. We'll go ahead and flip, and we have activate all enemies in full health state. Well, you know what that is. That's the Undead Lord. Thorgar is more than 2 areas away, so we're just going to use the plus here, move to engage, and use the Spell of Doom. So I believe he's going to go ahead and engage Thorgar all the way over where he is. And then the Spell of Doom states here, toss the token, this one, and if we get the purple, place the token in the undead's area. All attacks performed by heroes in this area count each star result as a -1 instead. Ow. And then for this one, you actually use the Necrostorm. Necrostorm, discard all of their charges. And you know what? I'm just going to play this on hard mode. I mean, maybe that's the normal mode, but I'm going to say if he can hold a maximum of 4, he starts with 4 of them. And then he's going to attack, holy moly, attacks all heroes in its area and spawn areas, which includes Icarus for X, where X is 4 damage, 4 red, and 4 blue. Wow. Now, having said all of that, Icarus does have his taunt. I don't know if I want him all the way over here. It's going to be absolutely brutal to be able to help each other. So I think instead, I'm going to go ahead and use Icarus's taunt, and that means he's within range 2, so he's going to do something a little bit different. First of all, using the taunt, we'll flip this to the one side, and that will be on Icarus. And now it says, if there are 2+ heroes in the victim's area, no. Otherwise, move one area and use Spell of Doom. He'll move himself right into this area. Definitely going to be dominating Icarus because he's considered 3 characters. He's considered 2. That's 5 characters here to 2. We'll go ahead and flip this token. Hopefully I can get it in here. There we go. What'd I get? I got the purple. So that means place this token in the Undead Lord's area. All attacks performed by heroes in this area count each star result as a -1 hit. Just so that we're all clear, he only moved 1 space, not 2. So he moved from the altar over to here. So it's in this area now. Let's activate Thorgar next. He's going to take his 1 point of damage because he's going to move 1, 2. Now you guys look at this. There's a wall there. I can't move in there. So I'm going to move 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to use my first action. I'm going to chuck some axes at this guy and try and push him out of the way. Before I moved, I'm going to use Bless to bless Ariel. I'm using the level 1, just giving her +1 to her attack. Then I'm going to use my Blessed Hammers. Now here's the thing. All attacks against this Undead Lord is -1, and he has 6 magic armor. He ignores stun and bleeding. So normally I'd have 1 auto success here. Not going to have that. What I'm really looking for is a bash. Come on, lightning. Oh, there's one. The SS is going, oh, what the heck. So I'm going to use that just simply to bash him out of that space. And you know, I can have a little bit of fun, and I think I'm going to. I'm going to bash him into this space with Icarus. Yeah, I'm kind of hurting Icarus a little bit, but I'm going to also have a little bit of fun here. Because then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move here. For my second action, I'm going to dash. Then what I'm going to do for my third action, I'm going to go ahead and command his own green enemy to attack him. So target enemy must be green, because there's only a green one. It'll spend 2 time to come back, but within range 1, he will attack the purple enemy. This Death Knight has +1 to its attack. Now, it technically could stun, but this guy is immune to stunning the Undead Lord. We also have to remove 1 because all attacks are -1 against this guy. So we're rolling 2 red and 1 black. 1 blue. Let's see what we get. We didn't get a lightning. I was hoping for some criticals, but we did get lethal. That's, well, it doesn't really matter because he just has green armor. So we're hitting him for 2, 4, 5, 6 damage. Actually, that gets rid of all the magic armor that the Undead Lord has. So the Undead Lord will have no more magic armor. Sweet, for this round at least. Finally, we haven't done a combat activity, so we're going to use our Call Lightning here. We're definitely going to use the level 5. Now, I'm not going to do any sort of negation of damage yet. I'm going to have to do it each individually, because if I do get a Lightning Bolt, I can AoE this, which would be awesome, so I can hit the Undead Lord at the same time. So 3 red and 3 blue. Let's roll them up. That looks pretty dang good. I'm going to keep these ones, and I think I'm going to use my Divine Aid to reroll all 3 of these. Come on, come on. I want to see something. Oh, no. 2 more lightning bolts, though. That actually will allow us to go lethal as well. So with this, we'll do AoE with this lightning bolt and lethal 3 to both of them. So let's start with the green Death Knight. This attack is not blunt, so we're going to lose 2 of them. Then he has 2 armor, so we're going to lose this one, and we're going to lose this one. That means we only have 1 point of damage that we're doing to him. That means he has 16 points of damage. We need 2 more. Oh, we still didn't kill him. For the Undead Lord, he is resistant to 1 point of damage, but then he has nothing else to stop this, so he's going to get attacked for 1, 2, 3, 4 total damage. That's awesome. He'll go from 26, 1, 2, 3, 4, down to 22. And remember, both of them were flying, which is why the KO didn't do anything. Also, since we dealt damage to the Undead Lord, we are going to have to take the Menace token. We'll draw our encounter card, and we have activate all red enemies. There aren't any red. Activate all lowest rank, so that's going to be the Green Death Knight. He's currently in a location with a strength hero, so he's going to use the 0 here. If charged, use his acid sphere and move one area away. He starts with 2 auto successes, but he's going to gain 1 because they dominate the area, rolling 2 red and 2 blue. And wow, let's see. I have no stars, but a lightning bolt is going to mean break, so he's going to break 1 of Icarus's armor. Icarus has no armor then for this attack. He has 2 magic armor, which will block these 2, but that means he's getting hit for 4 more points of damage. At least he doesn't have any poison. So we'll roll 4 blue dice, and let's see what we get. We get 3 shields, so we'll take 1 point of damage. That will be our second point of damage. Ariel will be last to go. She's going to move 1, can ignore this, 2, 3, 4. Then what she's going to do, she's just going to magic bolt that Death Knight to death. He needs 2 more points of damage. Boom, done. He'll give us 6 soul shards, which will put us up to 51, and a treasure. Our treasure we found was the Archmage robe. We remember this, but our other one is better, so I'm just going to drop this on the ground. And I'll definitely go to 51 on my soul shards. Thank you very much. We'll then also do as a free action the Dancing Lights. Just do the level 1 to give -1 attack. The -1 armor doesn't do anything. He doesn't have any armor. Then I'm going to go ahead and spend one of my actions to move out of this area. That's because stars don't get to count against him if you're in this area. So that's the whole reason I wanted to do that. Hopefully I didn't mess it up with Thorgar. I'll make sure to make a note if I did. I can't figure out how to go back. But we're still within range 2. I believe we can see him. Yep, looking here, we still have complete line of sight. Nothing's breaking that from X to X. We're going to go ahead and use both of these attacks, and then after that, because we're likely going to get the Menace token, we'll use our second and final action to go invisible. I love it. We're going to go ahead and use our Ice Storm first. We have 3 automatic successes and +1 because we are blessed. Thank you to Thorgar. We're going to roll 4 dice. I'm using the level 3 here. We're using 4 dice and 2 red. Let's see what we get. Yes, beautiful. We will get to slow him. Thank you very much. And we're going to hit him for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points of damage. We do not have to worry about his resistance, so we're just going to hammer him for 7. He'll go from 22, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, down to 15. Now, let's attack him with this. This will only have 1 auto success to start off with, plus our blessing for 2. We'll use the level 3 of this, so we'll roll 1 red and 4 blue dice. And let's see what we get. This time we hit him for 1, 2, 3, 4 points of damage, so that'll knock him all the way down to 11. And then technically we would get this token, but that is, and would move to a 2. But then we'll use our invisibility to go invisible. Once we go invisible, we have to give this to someone else. And I think as much as I don't want to do this to Icarus, I'm going to do this to Icarus. I don't want him to move into Thorgar's area because Thorgar's area is where he is then going to be resistant to all of those attacks with stars. So I don't want to do that. And then finally, the Haste Potion just seems like a great time to use it. It's free. Shift all of our used powers forward 1. Well, I'm not going to lie. That was a pretty fun turn. We have activate 1 enemy. Yeah, we're going to activate him. Fortunately, he is slowed, so all he's going to do is attack with a Necro Bolt. And he's going to do that to Icarus. His Necro Bolt is 1 auto hit with 2 red and 3 blue. Now remember, if he does deal any damage because of this, he's going to heal 4 HP to himself. With this potentially being a lethal attack, it's very likely he's going to heal the 4. Do I get a star? I did not get a star. That is amazing. He deals 1, 2, 3 points of damage. He is going to blind Icarus. Yeah, I was kind of assuming something was going to happen like that. He's hitting him for 3. Icarus currently has no armor, though, because of his aggressive stance. So we'll go ahead and roll 3 blue dice. And we block 1 of them. Come on, I can re-roll these 2. I need both of these to be defense so he doesn't heal by 4. Come on. Yes! Icarus, my man, blocks all 3 points of damage. He doesn't take any damage. We'll discard that life drain at the beginning of the next, or after the beginning of the time phase, and so that means he won't do the healing. Boom. During that event phase, we'll simply discard our story event 1. Let's move to the time phase. For that time phase, Icarus will get to heal by 1, and I think that's it. We'll refresh some of the magic armor. Unfortunately, we'll have the -2 to our armor until we go the next round, thanks to the aggressive stance. It's a bit of an aggressive thing to do with your tank, but I'm giving it a shot. Now let's go ahead and take down all of our powers. We're all set to go. We've got our dancing lights, our magic bolt ready, ice manipulators 1 away. We're going to discard the life drain, and we're going to draw a new power for him. He's a fighter, so all of his attacks, his on-hand and off-hand, will get +2 blue dice. Don't forget, he also regenerates his 6 magic armor. 6, you guys. Ugh. We have activate all F enemies. They are considered all types, so he's going to be activated. You know what he's doing. He's going to attack with the Necrobolt again, but now he's going to use the Spell of Doom, and I think then I pick up this same token. I don't believe he gets to put infinite amounts of those out, and then we flip it, so that's how I'm going to play. Then he also will use Teleport. So what does Teleport do? Roll the blue die, move this enemy to the rolled spawn gate. Cool. So he'll just move to a random location. Well, I've already missed a few things. The mana charge, he is activated 2 times now, so let's roll for this twice. So this makes me feel like he shouldn't start with any mana, and we're going to roll. So we'll roll these up. Okay, first time he didn't gain any mana. Second time, let's see, he did gain 2 mana, so he'll have 2 out of 4, and now he's getting his 3rd activation, and so at the beginning of any of his activations, roll 3 of these, and then he'll have 3. So he has a total of 3 mana. Okay, that's how I'm going to play. He has a total of 3 mana, and that's important because he potentially could activate that this round. So now he's going to attack Icarus with his Necrobolt. That's 1 auto success, rolling 2 red and 5 blue dice. Now, if he doesn't get a star, he did not. No, he did get a star. Yeah, did he get a lightning bolt? He did get a lightning bolt. So, unfortunately for Icarus, he's already blinded, so he will just take another point of damage. He'll go from 1 to 2 for the blindness, and then he's getting attacked for a lethal attack. Granted, he has no armor anyways. Oh, but he can't roll. This whole thing is a lethal attack, you guys. So he'll negate 2 of the damage with his 2 magic armor, but then he's going to suffer 1, 2, 3, 4 points of damage plus the 2. That's 6 damage right there. Wow, that's amazingly terrible. Love it. He's not done, though. He's going to flip this. Now, you guys, I've tried like 8 times to flip it into here. It's so obnoxious. This side is a 1 through 3. That side is a 4 through 6. We're going to roll a d6, 4 through 6. So we're going to place this in his area. That's right. And any hero that's trying to attack and gets a star while he's in that area will actually have that as a -1 attack instead of using it for its normal ability. Then finally, he's going to teleport. So we'll roll this, and he's going to move to the gremlin. Yep, that's on the board. Sorry about missing a couple of his continuous effects. We'll get there. I don't think it made a huge difference, but still, I shouldn't do that. I'll make sure to remember going forward. Okay, with all this, we can go ahead and start our next round. So I know I've already technically done the time phase, but I forgot to level up Thorgar. I'm definitely going to give myself that because I was planning on doing that. So that's going to cost me 36 soul shards. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're down to 15 soul shards. He'll move from level 5 over here to level 6. I think the only thing that's changing is his health to 11, and he'll get 1 more power. Still only 1 combat activity. That's why Ariel's so awesome with the 2 combat activities. He's going to go ahead and grab this Protector Sphere. Until time phase, all attacks performed by enemies against any hero in your area causes either -1 or -2 hits. For this round, let's go ahead and start off with Ariel. First thing she's going to do is move into this spot, and then we're going to go ahead and have her use her Magic Bolt. This means he'll go down from 11 health down to 9. Since she dealt damage to the Undead Lord, she will now gain the Menace token at level 1. She will then use both of her action activities to use her Astral Cape here and have him discard 4 magic armor, and she will gain the 4 magic armor. She'll then go ahead and use her Sunstrike here. She will have 2 auto successes because he has -1 to all hits, and she's going to roll 1 red and 3 blue dice. She, of course, gets 2 lightning bolts, but no stars. I think she's going to ask Thorgar, because he's in the same area as her, to let her re-roll both of these. And beautiful. She gets a star. So we're going to go ahead and blind him, which is great. He's not immune to blind. When he's blinded, he's not going to be able to do any attacks that target anyone. She's then going to hit him for a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points of damage. He's got 2 magic armor left, so that will negate these 2. But then we have 3 more points of damage going through, and I don't believe there's anything that he's going to do to stop that. Just so you know, because of that attack, she'll have the Menace token at level 2. And then she's going to spend 2 soul shards, putting us down to 13, powering up her Mystic Scepter. That's only going to give her 1 auto success because he's all attacks -1 hit. And we're going to roll 1 red and 3 blue, and that's pretty terrible. We're going to hit him for a total of 2 damage. I don't have anything for rerolls, and yeah, there's nothing. He has no defense. Oops, wrong thing. So for 2 more points of damage, he's going to go down to 4 points of damage, or health left. We'll go ahead and flip our encounter card, and we have activate 2 enemies. Well, we're definitely going to activate him. A blinded enemy, if activated, must apply the plus rule as normal, but without performing any attack that requires line of sight. Unfortunately, I don't know if this is going to help us. We'll use the plus, so he's simply going to move to engage with her, and then use Spell of Doom. Spell of Doom, we're going to roll again, and here's the thing. If we use the Necrostorm attacks, and guess what? That does not need to have line of sight. It attacks all these areas. So, I mean, I guess it's making us use the plus, so potentially this stuff won't happen. I don't know. Maybe it was good. So he's going to move to engage and then use the Spell of Doom. He'll move himself right up to here. This side will be a 1, 2, 3. This side will be a 4, 5, 6. We'll roll 1, 2, 3. I was worried about that. He's going to use the Necrostorm. I was worried about that. He's going to discard all of his charges. He has 3. So he's going to attack all enemies in the spawn gates with 3, 3, and 3. Oh man, so that's going to be Icarus. Icarus, of course, has no armor right now because 1 is broken and the other 2 armor he used up with his aggressive stance. So this could hurt because he's already got 3 damage here. And remember, he can only roll 4 dice for defense. We'll roll these up. That's actually not bad. None of these hit because there's no specials. So he's getting hit for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. So he's guaranteed to take 1 point of damage right now. He will roll 4 blue dice for defense. Let me grab those. And he blocks 1. He gets to re-roll these ones. And I think that was still 1. So 1, 2, 3. So we block 3 out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to take 2 more points of damage. We have 6 right now. That'll put us to 8 damage. Oh, wait. I forgot about the mana charge, you guys. Let me roll 3 and let's see. Oh, awesome. No lightning bolts. If I'd gotten a lightning bolt, that would have been terrible because we would have been a 4, 4, and a 4. That would have been brutal. But fortunately, that did not happen. This one, we're still good. Yep. All right. So that ends the Undead Lord's activation. Let's move to Thorgar. Thorgar will start by blessing himself with this. Then he's going to use his Thunder Strike, and he is going to focus. So that will give him 4 automatic successes. But then all attacks are -1, so we'll remove this one. So we have 4 auto successes. We're going to roll 1 red and 3 blue. Now, let's see what we can do. Let's roll these up. And that's 2 gremlins. Did we already use the reroll? I think we did. Yes, we did. So that's not a great roll. But we hit him for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total points of damage. That actually might be enough because he has no armor. We already got rid of all the magic armor. And he only has 4 health left. So although it wasn't the biggest or bestest hit in the world, that should take him out, I think. Hopefully I'm playing him right. I'm worried that I'm supposed to be leaving those tokens down, but I only have, from what I can tell, 1 of those tokens. I've got one of these other tokens that looks a little bit different. It's red, so I don't know. I'm assuming that I'm supposed to pick up that token and re-flip it every time. The last blow cleaves the skull of the Undead Lord, and the rest of the skeleton crumbles in a pile of bones upon the ground. Immediately, 3 red trails of magical light touch the bones, and the creature begins to regenerate. Oh no! Marcus traces one of the trails back to the scarlet gem set into the throne in the main chamber, so he speaks to the party. The aberration is immortal. Almost like you, its soul is imprisoned in 3 blood gems. You must destroy them. Return the purple Undead Lord, ethereal form, scroll side, full health, back to 26, to play in the area where it was killed. Continue to activate the purple Undead Lord normally during the next enemy turns, but it cannot suffer HP and cannot be killed until all 3 blood gems are destroyed. Body conditions and other effects work as normal. Wow. Place this blood gem, it looks like this, undamaged side, over location A on the Area 21B map tile. Any non-engaged hero moving over this area can spend 1 combat activity to attempt to destroy the blood gem. If done, roll a red die. If you get a hit, go to 7.8. Otherwise, nothing happens. Well, that certainly throws a wrench into things. Here I was thinking he was actually a pretty easy boss. Now I can't even kill him and he's still going to activate. So I need to get over here, not be engaged with him, and then do an activity, a combat activity, so essentially give up attacking him to then be able to go there and try and deal with that. Okay, this is going to be interesting. It is Thorgar's turn. By the way, he did deal damage to the Undead Lord. I didn't think it was going to matter, but now it does. Ariel is going to go ahead and have this tick down to 1, but it's still on her. Oh, jeez. I can still potentially bash or even blind him, so I think I'm going to still go ahead and use my Blessed Hammers. We don't have to worry about the auto hits here and how they're going to be negated or whatnot, because it doesn't matter. We're not going to deal damage. I'm just trying to look for symbols. So let's roll these up. I got a lightning bolt. So I can bash him out of my space, and I think I'm going to do that. The other thing I'm going to do, since I'm not sure how I'm going to get the menace token off of Ariel, I'm going to go ahead and give her 4 more magic armor. So I'm going to use this up as well. That means she currently has 12 magic armor. Hopefully that means she'll last for a little bit. We'll bash him out of our space over to here. And you know what? I might as well try again with another action and see if I can blind him. Because if I blind him, at least he won't be able to attack Ariel. Let's give it a shot. This will be action 3, and we get lightning bolts. I could critical him. Oh, I mean, actually, I'll still critical him. Why not? Because if we get some sort of body condition on him, that still counts. So let's see. We will give him... He can't activate lightning effects. I will totally take that. I think all I'm going to do then is move into this space so that hopefully next round I can actually do something there. But now we're going to have to draw our encounter cards. And we draw activate all dexterity enemies. That will include him. He's within 1 range of Ariel, so he's going to attack with Dragon Staff and then move to engage. Dragon Staff is 3 auto hits, 2 red, 1 blue. We can ignore this. That will never happen, but he could potentially recharge 1 with a star. It's a darn good thing he attacks first and then moves to engage, because if he moved to engage first, he'd dominate her as well. And don't forget, he's a fighter right now, so he's rolling 2 additional blue dice. So I've got 3 blue and 2 red. And we'll roll. He definitely gets a star, so that means he will get 1 charge back. So I'll go ahead and grab that. He's hitting Ariel for 8 points of damage. That is 8 of our total of 12 magic armor. Wow, that went quick. He'll then go ahead and move into this area with Ariel. Oh no. Now it's Icarus's turn, and he's blinded. A blinded hero must attempt a save before any activity. If we succeed, we can actually do it. If we fail, we fail at doing it. So I'm going to go ahead and try and move first. And so by doing that, I have to do a save. And then if I can actually move, and I move into that area, I have to save again. Otherwise, he is going to push us out of it, and we're going to become exhausted. First, our save to see if we can move, and we got it. Then our save to see if we can actually move into that location, and we got it. Awesome. We'll go ahead and move ourselves into this area with him, and then we're going to use our defender to attack. Yes, that's right, our shield. I'm not even going to roll dice because it doesn't matter what I roll. What it does matter is I can bash with my defender. I can shove him out of that area. I'm going to do that, shove him back here, so when he activates again, he's just going to do that thing where he activates and then moves into that area, and that means then next round we can have Thorgar go ahead and get rid of, hopefully get rid of that 1 bloodstone. But I think we have to get rid of 3, and my assumption is those 2 areas that we have the locked doors, we have to go to those. Oh, of course I have to see if I can save to be able to bash. Boom, there we go. You know what the other thing I forgot? I forgot to, at the beginning of the Undead Lord's activation, to roll and see, okay, we got 1 lightning bolt. He should now have 2 charges instead of just 1. Golly, I'm going to remember this. That'll end my activation, so I will get rid of my blindness. We'll go ahead and draw our encounter card, and we get activate all wounded enemies. He's not wounded, he's at full health, but he will use his plus. With his plus, he'll move to engage and use Spell of Doom. We know what that is. He will move himself into this area. We're really going to hope for a 1, 2, or 3 versus the 4, 5, and 6. So let's see. Nope, 4, 5, and 6. This is going to be placed out in that specific location right where Ariel and Icarus are. And you know what that means? Anytime they roll stars, those are going to be considered -1 hits. Well, granted, actually right now that doesn't really matter. And I'm not going to forget, he activated, we'll roll this, and we have no lightning bolts, so he doesn't add any more charges. This better not be a terrible event. Let's see what we get for event. Heroes gain 2 soul shards. Well, I mean, that's great, but not super helpful. We'll go to 15. Moving to that time phase, thank goodness we'll get rid of Fighter, and instead we'll gain +1 attack and Poison 2. Oh, I don't really think that's a lot better. Oh, great. We'll finish up that time phase by having Icarus heal by 1, so he'll have a total of 7 damage instead of 8. Thorgar will no longer be blessed, and we'll regenerate some magic armor here. We have 2. And then let's tick down all of our powers. We have some pretty great attacks available to us now with Ariel. Of course, they don't do anything other than we might be able to want to use this to get a slow, something like that. Let's go ahead and start that next round. The first thing we do after our time phase is we'll draw an encounter card, and we have activate all blue enemies, or all engaged enemies perform an attack with their on hand. He is engaged, so he's going to attack Ariel with that. We have 4 auto hits with this poisonous weapon. We're rolling 2 red and 1 blue. Oh, don't be bad. Oh my gosh, look at this. Just all hits. Now remember, his lightning bolt is useless. So he's just hitting for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points of damage. We have 4 magic armor. That'll be used up right away. We will roll 2 blue dice. Oh my gosh, is she going to die right here? That is totally useless. We do have Thorgar within range 1. He's going to let us reroll these, so we hopefully don't die. There we go. That star is actually, I haven't even shown you this, that's considered +2 defense. So that's 3 defense. 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh. We only got hit for 2 points of damage. Oh, that was risky, risky, risky. Now we have to save. We'll roll 2 dice for that because Icarus is in our location. We have a hit, so we're fine. We're not poisoned. But yeah, pretty sure we're going to get that taunt out right away next time. Well, after that glorious activation, let's go ahead and start with Thorgar here. He is going to roll a red die, spend his combat activity to try and destroy this blood gem. Because, fortunately, Ariel and Icarus have been jabbing him left and right, and so that's distracting him while he does this. We believe in you, Thorgar! Yes! It was almost a gremlin. More due to the immense willpower of the hero than the physical blow itself, the blood gem cracks, and the dark red fluid seeps out of it, somehow healing the hero. Flip the blood gem token in location A to the damage side. So this is what it looks like now. Awesome. The party gains 3 soul shards. We'll also have Thorgar heal by 3. He doesn't have any body conditions. He actually only had 1 point of damage. And then assign the Menace 2 token to him. Oh boy, he's now going to look at you. Yeah, he noticed you did something. Then we're going to go to 7.18. 3 soul gems will put us up to 18. Oh, you guys, this is such an epic quest. This is amazing. Racked by pain, as unholy as its own existence, the Undead Lord. The purple Undead Lord becomes exhausted. Awesome, so he can't use that evil power that he has. Resolve only the paragraph related to the current number of damaged blood tokens. If there's only 1 damaged blood token in play, go to 7.2. The Undead Lord immediately teleports to its throne while casting an energy wave that pushes the hero away from it. Suffering and furious due to the loss of the gem, the monster growls. You accursed wretches, you will never defeat me. The ritual will soon be complete and nothing will survive my dominion. You will die, Abyssal Gate. The arcane invocation causes the very walls of the temple to writhe as the whole hall submits to the dark will of its master. A dark portal is created and undead monsters erupt from it. No, I don't want more enemies. The heroes suddenly understand that their only hope rests in the destruction of the last 2 blood gems hidden somewhere in the other rooms of the temple. I can guess where. Move the purple Undead Lord to location A. Any hero in that location suffers bash. Remove the 2 wall tokens located on the 27A map tile. Then place the 20B map tile over the central area of the 21B map tile as shown. We're going to place that 20B map tile on this spot. Starting now and until the end of the quest, at the beginning of each Undead Lord activation, another thing I need to remember, roll a blue die and rotate the 20B map tile according to the results rolled. With the shield result, rotate the tile 45 degrees counterclockwise. With a hit, it goes 45 degrees clockwise. With a gremlin, leave it as is. Oh man, we're going to have to place the red skeleton on the 20B map tile area. When the red skeleton dies, remove it from the quest. And we need to spawn no enemies because we've got the Undead Lord and the red skeleton. So that's 2, and we're supposed to have 2 total enemies out. If there's a hero with the Lycanthropy card and he wants to ask for the Werewolf Spirit's help, go to 7.23. If there's a hero with the Dark Gift, we don't. If there's an open shrine in play and you want to ask for the God's help, go to 7.28. Let's go and ask the Wolf's Spirit. So let's go to 7.23. For the first time, the hero feels the calm of the wolf spirit fade away, giving way to a wilder call. The hero closes his eyes and opens his mind to the primeval instinct and primordial fury of the beast. The wolf spirit leaves the hero's body and coalesces into a pack of spiritual wolves, ready to fight at his side. Take 1 green werewolf and 1 blue werewolf enemy and scroll card, assign them to Thorgar, and then place their figures in his area. From now on, the 2 summoned werewolves are considered companions and follow these rules. Each summoned werewolf can be activated once per round by the Lycanthrope hero at the beginning or at the end of their turn by spending 1 action each and selecting one of these 2 choices. Move up to 3 areas. They ignore hindrances. Apply the appropriate enemy skull behavior with the following exceptions. Play against enemies. You can't use the howling power. This attack is a slash. The second attack is a pierce. All enemies considered the summoned werewolf as a standard dexterity companion. The summoned werewolves cannot be healed. Their wounds are permanent until death. When this happens, remove them from the quest. The hero with the Lycanthropy card must return to human form and remove the Lycanthropy card from play for the rest of the quest. Oh, that's fine. I have not even used it ever once because I kind of like how Thorgar was before. Here we have our wonderful skeleton. He's going to have 3 magic armor, all but blunt attacks are -2. He has 13 health. He's going to have +2 armor, and he's going to have all attacks inflict +1, bash, and KO. Holy moly. Here we have his enemy card, just so we can see it. He's an undead warrior, so ignore stun, poison, and bleeding. When he reaches 0, you roll a blue die. He heals 6. He has burial ground. Unless save, all heroes within 1 area become slowed and suffers poison 1. And yeah, he breaks and he bleeds other people. He's going to be fun. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 2 actions to allow each of these guys to move 3, and they're each going to move into here. This is going to be an insane location to fight. Now remember, we have the menace token, so we know that he's going to come and follow us. So what I'm thinking of then doing, we now are going to totally dominate this area. I'm thinking of having Thorgar move 1, 2, 3, all the way over to here. And then, I think so. I want to allow maybe Icarus to run this way and get out of this posse and start checking out those doors. And the biggest thing is I want to keep the Undead Lord away from that area. We'll then move to the encounter phase. We will draw, and we have activate all M enemies. The red skeleton is considered a strength enemy. And then, of course, the purple enemies are considered all types, so that's going to activate the Undead Lord. Let's go and do our beginning things at the beginning of his activation. We'll roll 3 blue dice, no lightning bolts, and then we will roll 1 blue die, and we get a shield. That means we will turn this tile by 45 degrees counterclockwise. I don't actually know what that's doing. Maybe we'll find out in the future. Hopefully I'm not missing something. All that the Undead Lord is going to do is he cannot see Thorgar. He's hiding behind a wall. So he's going to simply use the plus, move to engage, and then try and use the Spell of Doom. But that is exhausted, thank goodness. So he won't do that this round. And then at the end of the round, he discards his exhaustion token. But that does mean he's going to come around and he's going to dominate Thorgar for future rounds. Well, I had to look it up online, but I figured out why we are moving this tile. There is a wall here. It's hard to see, and as we move, that wall will be in different areas. So I have to watch that. Okay, you can see that black wall. I don't think I have, well, maybe I walked through it. I don't know. Just know that going forward, I'm going to pay attention to that wall. For our next activation, let's go ahead and activate Ariel. First things first, we're going to spend our 2 actions using our Astral Cape to steal all 3 of his magic armor. So he no longer has any magic armor. I love that. And now we have 3. Thank goodness, because we didn't have any before. That was all of our actions. Then what we're going to do is we're going to Dancing Lights him. We're going to get him -2 armor, because right now he has a total of 3 armor, so now he's down to 1 armor. After using our Astral Cape, we'll go ahead and use our Dancing Lights, give him -2 armor, so he only has 1 armor. Then we're going to use our Ice Storm. We get 3 auto successes, and of course there's 7 total characters there on our side to 1. Yeah, we're going to dominate him. So we have 4 auto successes. We're going to do the 4 dice here, plus the 2 red. Let's see what we get. That's not too shabby of a roll. We did get a lightning bolt, so he has no armor now. He has no magic armor because we took that out. Let's see, how much damage are we going to do? We are also going to slow him. Not sure that's going to matter. I'm hoping I'm going to kill him. Well, I still have to roll. If I do kill him, I still have to roll to see if I actually kill him. But we did a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage. That'll go right through 8 out of his 13. We're then going to ice manipulate him. We have 3 auto successes. We're going to do the 1 and 4. We'll roll these up. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total damage. We did not get a lightning bolt, so he has 1 armor left. That's still 5 damage. 5 damage will be just enough to kill him. Let's roll this up. That is not a shield. That's not a shield. Yeah. One-shotted that stupid red skeleton. Take that. He will give us 4 soul shards, so we'll go up to 22, which is great. And he'll give us a treasure, which he'll drop in that location. And that's a Furioso. We're just going to drop it. We don't want it. I'm not going to lie, that felt pretty freaking good. So we still have our movement left. We're going to move up to here. We don't have any actions left, so we can't open the door. Plus, I don't think I want to. But that means next round, or for our next activation, we can get Icarus over there. Hopefully, Thorgar can handle this guy. I'm thinking maybe of bringing these guys in with him next time. I don't know. I have to decide. Or I could have Icarus do that, and they could... I don't know. I'll figure that out. I still can't get over how awesome Ariel was there. We'll draw and we have activate all green enemies. There aren't any. So instead, we're going to have all enemies attack with their closest hero in line of sight with their offhand. First things first, for activating the Undead Lord, we see... No, he doesn't get any additional charges. He still only has 2. And then we'll roll this. This is a shield, so counterclockwise by 45. Yep, looks like it's going to go this way by 45. And of course, it's going to block off... Well, it looks like it's blocking off this area. So that should actually be okay. Icarus will still be able to run through here. Now he is going to attack Thorgar. At least it's his offhand, so he only gets 2 auto successes. And 2 red and 3 blue. And we got a star, so that all the damage here is lethal. So we do have 1 magic armor to block one of these. But that means, what is this? I'm going to say that's a point of damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4 points of damage. It's so nice that lightning bolts have no effect. So he'll take 4 points of damage. And remember, we're not including the poisonous weapon because that's not an on-hand attack. It's an off-hand attack. Well, Icarus is going to apologize to Thorgar because he is going to run. But this is how we're going to win the scenario. So we're going to move 1, 2, 3, spend our first action to unlock this door. We're going to draw our top trap card, and we have no effect. That's amazing. We will, though, now have to spawn an enemy over here, and we have an enemy with an additional power. We know we're getting a skeleton. I hate those skeletons. Okay, we have a green one. That's good at least. He's going to get 1 power from a skirmisher, plus 2 blue dice for defending, and then he's going to get another one because of the spawn card, or the spawn, the darkness token. And all attacks are inflict fire 2 and +1. Oh boy. I'm going to go ahead and use this healing elixir on myself right now to heal myself to full. We'll do movement 4 to here. Let's read waypoint token 3. Beyond the door, the hero enters one of the arcane crypts belonging to the Undead Lord. Inside the room, ice envelops everything, and the frigid temperatures numbs both body and soul. A blood-red gem floats over an altar on the opposite side of the room, almost shivering in the cold air around it. That's story event 3. As the hero enters the room, undead guardians rise to protect the blood gem. So that's where that green skeleton's coming from. Place 1 blood gem token undamaged side in the story event 3 area. Excluding the waypoint 3 area, place a difficult terrain hindrance overlay token on each other area of the 24B map tile, and remove waypoint 3 from the quest. Well, it looks like I brought the right man for the right job, because if you think about it, he's moved a total of 4 movement. He actually has 5 because he's a runner, and he can spend a dash action to move 6. So although it's going to cost him 2 movement, so a total of 6 to move into here, he's going to do it. That does cost him his second action. Let's now read the story event 3. The blood gem floats in a small whirlwind, so close to the hero. The cold blurs the vision of the blood inside the stone, almost crystallizing the red fluid. The hero has just to reach out into the cold current and destroy the artifact. Any non-engaged hero moving over this area can spend a combat activity to attempt to destroy the blood gem. If done, roll a red die. Okay, actually, this gives me an idea. For my third action, I'll go ahead and use my throwing hammers, and I'm going to try and bash him out. Now I need 2 lightning bolts. It's not likely, but let's give it a shot. Let's see if it happens. Are you serious? I got 3 lightning bolts. So that's actually great. 1, 2 will bash him, and 1 will go ahead and give +1 damage. So I just dealt him 2 damage. I'm going to bash him out. Now, with the 2 damage that are coming in, he does get to roll 2 blue dice. Well, and he actually has 1 armor, so he's going to block 1. So then the second point of damage, because he has this skirmisher, he'll roll this up, and a lightning bolt actually doesn't block it. So he'll take 1 point of damage. This is a blunt attack, so there's no -2 because it's a non-blunt attack. So he'll take 1 point of damage for that, and he gets bashed out of that space. We'll shove him over to here. And then, because we have not done our combat activity, let's go ahead and try and bust open this bloodstone. We just need to see a hit, and that works. There it is. The hero's power shatters the crystal, almost as if it was made of ice. Probably was. The dense red fluid seeps out and turns into a crimson mist that heals the hero's wounds while severely damaging the Undead Lord. Man, too bad I just healed. Flip the blood gem token in the story event 3 area to the damage side. We're going to gain 3 more soul shards. So that's going to have us go from 22 up to 25. Sweet. The active hero heals 3 HP and removes a body condition. I don't have any body conditions. I wish I could heal a break, but it doesn't. We are going to get the menace token, but I'm actually okay with that. Let's save Thorgar a little bit. Place the event 3 revealed side on top of the event deck. Give us some more time as well. You can imagine that the Undead Lord's going to be pissed. So we have here the purple Undead Lord becomes exhausted, and then if there's exactly 2 damaged blood gems, go to 7.22. The Undead Lord immediately teleports to one corner of the throne room, maddened by the pain. Fueled by its suffering and anger, the creature again casts its spell.
I cannot be vanquished. You cannot defeat me, Abyssal Gate.
Once again, a dark portal appears in the room and an undead soldier spew forth, obeying the will of their dark master. Roll a blue die and move the purple Undead Lord over the rolled spawn gate. Place the indicated red enemy over the 20B map tile area. They're going to be surrounded by 2 werewolves. A red succubus enemy if there's a hero with a lysanthropy card. Yep, that's probably what we're going to have. A red werewolf if there's... Okay, no. Then we will spawn 0 enemies because we'll have 2 out. And then we can, if there's a hero with the lysanthropy card and he wants to ask for the spirit's help, I don't think we can do that anymore. So I think we do, well, I don't know. I think the only one we can do is if there's an open shrine in play, which we do have. We still have that open shrine here unless I missed that. I don't think I did. I think we still have that open. Then you can ask for the gods' help by going to 7.28. The last desperate battle. The heroes understand that they will only prevail with the power of the gods. Directed by Marcus, the party joins their soul gems, summoning the Holy Three, Aneris, Enomis, and Myrrh. In answer to their devout prayer, a wave of mystical energy rises from the ancient forgotten shrine in the antechamber of the throne room and crashes through the temple, destroying several of the undead. The energy grows brighter and brighter, blinding the Undead Lord, but soon the light disappears as the structure of the temple severs the connection to the gods, and the holy shrine crumbles to dust. The heroes suddenly feel their hearts go empty and understand they are now alone in this decisive battle. Oh boy, maybe I shouldn't have done this. Oh wait, never mind, I definitely should have done this. Up to 3 non-purple enemies chosen by the active hero immediately die, dropping neither items nor their soul shards. Yeah, we were supposed to summon that red succubus. Gone. Done. I'm not going to deal with that. And you know what else I'm not going to deal with? This green, silly skeleton. I don't like skeletons. The purple Undead Lord becomes blinded. Awesome. And then remove the open shrine on the 28B map tile. Okay, so this is gone. We'll go ahead and roll the blue die to determine where the Undead Lord is going to move to. He'll move to the shield location. He can't be happy. He'll move here. He now has 2 of his blood gems destroyed. You gotta know the third one's on the opposite side of the board. So this is gonna end Thorgar's turn. We'll draw an encounter card, and then we'll go to Thorgar's turn. We'll draw our encounter card, and we have our Dark Tranquility. Activate no enemies. Great. So he has been slowed because we have dealt so much damage to him. Awesome. And he's not going to activate. We know Icarus has the Menace token, so he's going to go all the way over there. So let's go ahead and just move ourselves. 1, 2, 3, and dash for 4. We'll start trying to get into here. We have a total of 3 actions. I don't really know what I want to do with them yet. I'd say let's go ahead and have each of them activate by moving 3. They're each going to move 3 into here. And then what we'll have them do is likely we're going to have some sort of red enemy spawn over here. And they can attack the red enemy while hopefully then we can start attacking the Undead Lord. Let's see if that works. But that'll end our activation. Oh, you know what? I was going to heal myself, but I'm realizing I used all 3 of my actions, so that's not going to work. We'll just draw our encounter card. Let's see what we get. We get activate all M enemies. He's considered an M enemy. So he'll be using his plus, but first he does not gain any more charges. Wow. And then let's see, we're going to turn it. That's a hit, so I think that's clockwise. Yep, this room will be rotated clockwise 45 degrees like that. It's not going to stop him. He's simply going to move himself all the way over here where Icarus is. Normally, he'd use his Spell of Doom, but once again, that's his action activity, which he doesn't get to do because he was exhausted. And of course, he's blinded, which made him do the plus anyways. So yeah, that's all he's going to do. Both of these will get discarded. That will end the round. We'll take our story event 3 and simply discard it, and then we'll move to the time phase. During that time phase, he's going to get rid of his poisonous weapon, and instead he will have the Frostskin. After defending unless saved, the attacker and all other heroes in the same area become slowed. Oof. What's great though is we got him totally focusing on the wrong area because we're definitely going to go and take out that 3rd Bloodstone gem. Yes, let's go Thorgar. So we have no healing that's needed for Icarus since we healed him to full. We've got magic armor. Okay, only Thorgar needs to refresh that. He'll refresh 1 of those. And then let's tick down our powers. Looking great. Now what's going to happen is we're going to draw an encounter card. And this is where Icarus might cry a little bit. We'll draw this, or flip this, activate all purple enemies. Yeah, he's going to get activated, and he's fully ready. He's going to do lots of stuff. First thing is he's going to attack with Necro Bolt. Necro Bolt, though, will not include the blind because he still has that condition. Then what we're going to do is use Spell of Doom. He now can use this. He's going to flip the coin, and then he's going to teleport. And teleporting means he's going to go to one of the spawn gates, which actually, that's not terrible. He's just going to disappear from us. Before I forget, I do need to do the mana charge, so I'll roll all 3 of these. Still no lightning bolts. And then we'll go ahead and move that center tile. Okay, we're going to move it back 45 degrees, so we're simply going to rotate it back this way. 2 red and 3 blue dice. And if he gets a star, it's all lethal. And he does get a star, but all 3 of these miss. So he's hitting for 1, 2, 3, 4 total damage. We have 2 magic armor to block 2 of these, so we'll take 2 points of damage. I'll take that. Next, we're going to activate the Spell of Doom. Remember, this is 1, 2, 3, and this is 4, 5, 6. We'll roll. That is a 5. That means we're going to place this in his space, and that means anytime anyone attacks him while in that area, any stars actually negate damage. Oof. Finally, we're going to use Teleport, and we're going to teleport him to the shield location. He apparently has had enough with Icarus, and he's going to jump himself back over here.